Kilchoman 2024 edition. And Mr. Barber returns on this episode of Savor the Burn. Let's rock.
What do we got, Corn?
Well, let me tell you, on this episode of Savor the Burn, as you heard in the intro, we've got Kilchoman, Scotch, near the waters of Loch Gorm.
This is the Loch Gorm 2024 release.
Yes, and apparently this is a pretty difficult bottle to get a hold of.
That's what I hear.
We've had comments on the socials that I posted bottle pics, and people are like, "Oh my God, it's like, you know,
we know a guy.
It's like drinking liquid barbecue. You know, we've had those before, but it was flavored whiskey. I'm sure this is going to be much better.
Yeah.
But anywho, once again, we have Mr. Josh Barber. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Love being here.
Mr. Josh Barber, recording engineer and songwriter and guitar player extraordinaire for the band Idle Airs. Catch them on all streaming platforms and 2 or 3 videos now.
3 out, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and more to come because it's just getting more and more rad ass over there in that camp. So check them out. And if you don't, go fuck you. Yeah, like, what's your problem? Why aren't you doing it?
It's just the internet.
W2, how do you do?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to piggyback off of that, though, because I think it's worth mentioning, not just because we're fanboying, because we're fans and friends and whatnot, but you know, we've got the A-bots, the Alexas throughout the house, and we have one in the kitchen. And when, you know, Katie will be in there baking something or cooking something or, you know, just whatever, she loves having that in there to play music on all the time. And here lately, her playlist consists of a lot of different things, but among her playlists is the entire Sidewise collection, and Idle Airs has become a part of that.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, as we've kind of been listening to those songs, and aside from that, there are a lot of different, I don't know if influencers is the right word, but there's a handful of people that she follows on Instagram. And one of them, and I'm blanking on her name.
Metal and Coffee?
Yes.
Dude, she's the best.
Metal and Coffee. And so she's always telling me these stories on there. And the other day, she screenshotted one of her reels, and she's like, look who showed up.
Oh, dude,
and Idle Airs popped on one of her reviews on that. And she saw that you had commented on that post.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know if he saw or listened to the review or not, but he at least saw.
Yeah, so I think she was at our show in Philadelphia. But man, she's
cool.
She's one of the best in the metal community right now. Like, I love her to death. She's amazing.
And she seems to have a pretty good hand on the pulse
100%.
of that entire genre.
She's incredible. I'm honored. Thank you for shouting us out.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I thought that was cool. And yeah, Katie saw that and she's like, oh, look who it is.
She's so cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Enjoying some scotches, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting into this bad boy. We had some good feedback on socials, and people are like, "Oh, let us know what you think."
Kilchoman is one of those that I've seen on the shelves forever, and I've just never gotten a chance to grab one and see what they're about, and don't have a reason as to why. It's just one that's it's a brand that's just never come home with me. And so when you sent me the photos, you're like, I'm over here now.
Yeah.
Let me know what you want. And I saw that one and reading through the descriptions, which was very helpful. You know, he sent me these pictures of them on the shelf, and the tags in front of them actually had their tasting notes on them and all that. So I was able to kind of see what they said their tasting notes were. And this one, I was like, that sounds really, really good. And then after the fact, you're like, this is actually one of my favorite ones from them. So
that's one every time I go over. So like when I was out on tour with Better Lovers for their tour with Frontier. I was running sound. This was my main goal, is to bring one of these back just for myself. And so luckily,
It's got some sediment.
It's got some sediment in there.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
well, it's probably got some of that moss from the lock.
On the front here, it says non-chill filtered, no color added, 46%, 92.
Their website
proof
talks about that a lot. That's one of the things that they are very, very proud and very forthcoming about. Which is kind of scary, because when I see that, I immediately think of if you're spending so much time and making such a point to call that out, that has to mean there are a lot of other distilleries out there that are putting that shit in their
well, with Scotch, you absolutely can add color, caramel color,
you can.
for color.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why some of them show up in a green glass, but...
typically, your green glass is a UV deterrent more than anything.
If they don't box it or tube it, they'll put it in green.
Yep.
Okay.
I've got a lot to read on this.
Yeah.
Crack that bad boy open. Let's get poured up, and let's dig into the Kilchoman. So this is the 2024 release. It is an annual release from Kilchoman, the Loch Gorm Islay Single Malt Scotch Whiskey. This is a Scotch. It comes from Islay and the Kilchoman Distillery.
Look at that.
There is no age statement.
Listen closely. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Little pucker. It's like third date.
What?
It's delicious. Huh?
There is no age statement on this, but it does come in at 92 proof. And then if I remember correctly, this is cask strength, listed as cask strength?
I think so. Is it? No, actually, I don't think this is.
I thought I saw cask strength on here.
Cask matured.
Cask matured. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. 92 proof. The Loch Gorm is the name given to our annual sherry matured limited edition, named after Islay's largest freshwater loch neighboring the distillery. The dark mercury color of the loch's water is reflected in the rich coppery tones of our sherry matured Loch Gorm release. The 2024 edition was distilled in 2014 and matured in 23 Oloroso sherry buttes, previously used by Bodega Jose y Miguel Martin. Each cask is chosen for its unique flavor profile, which, when combined together, create a beautiful balance of rich, fruity character with layers of classic Kilchoman peat smoke and citrus sweetness. Anthony Willis, Kilchoman founder.
Look at it.
And I'll come back. I've got a whole section here to read on their Oloroso sherry casks. Oh my goodness!
Right?
Wow, there's so much honey on there with that much smoke.
You can see the barley floor where the monkey shoulders come in and actually still rake the barley over the concrete floor. And then you should see in there the bottling process. It's one of the videos I think I took. And it's,
my God, dude.
This is Islay.
This is
how do you get that much smoky peat on the nose, but still have that much like honey and malt?
I get like a citrus, like an apple.
This is a very specific kind of smoke. I think so. In their tasting notes, when they say a barbecue smoke, that's this.
Yeah, this is
to a T.
I think this is traditional Islay smoke.
Oh,
yeah, like
man.
smoked fishes.
Mm-hmm. This is like, I think this is up there with like the
brine.
The brine, but it's I think like
is seaweed a thing?
Yeah.
Is that something that people pick up? Because like I swear, like I'm smelling it. I'm thinking
I think
that smells
so.
a little bit like seaweed.
I get like a citrus, but more so like a dark toffee or chocolatey kind of thing.
Dark citrus.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this now that I've gotten this on the nose and so the Oloroso sherry casks. Loch Gorm is exclusively matured in Oloroso sherry casks from the renowned bodega Jose Miguel Martin. It is common for distillers to use a variety of sherry producers, but of our consistent quality and character, it is vital that we source them all from just one bodega. We select a combination of sherry butts and hogsheads from Jose Miguel Martin that provides 2 separate styles of maturation. These ex-Oloroso sherry casks impart a combination of heavy sherry notes, spicy dark chocolate, rich fruits, and burnt sugar. This balances beautifully with the Kilchoman peat smoke and citrus fruits found within our farm-crafted spirit. And I also have here the cask type sherry. Peat level is 50 parts per billion. And limited edition, 18,000 barrels. Or, excuse me, 18,000 bottles.
50 parts per billion. And you said, wow.
The peat.
So that's a
lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah?
That's a lot of peat.
Per billion what?
Per million.
Per million what?
Wow. Liters?
Liters of air?
Sure.
I don't know. I'm just curious, what does that mean?
Quit being a narc.
I copied and pasted from their website. I don't know.
That's fine. Maybe that'll be show prep for me the next time, we have a Scotch. It smells amazeballs.
This is Islay. Like, for me, when you get that smell, that's Islay. That's that rich, like chocolatey, almost like barley. I wouldn't even say barley forward, but like the dried fruits, the mapliness, like I think you said on one of them, like chewy. I almost get that out of this. Like it's that dark chocolate.
And we're just on the nose.
Yeah, on the nose.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, when you crack this open, it's just like, oh yeah, we're relaxing, we're chilling.
I mean, it's barbecue, it's chocolate, it's and so many. So many guys who do barbecue competitions, whatever, they add chocolate to their barbecue sauces and all that.
Right.
So it doesn't surprise me that chocolate and barbecue smoke kind of go hand in hand.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Well,
or cocoa powder.
I don't know how they do it. I'm just glad that they do it, whatever it is that they're doing.
Well, this is like kind of like Ardbeg and Kalila and all those. They have this really peaty, smoky thing. But for some reason, this seems kind of unique to me. I would almost put Ardbeg in the same category as this, just with that smokiness.
It just seems very specific.
Yeah,
I mean, you can
it's
pick
sweeter.
out some it is very sweet. Yeah. And I think that's why it really is a barbecue smokiness
100%.
because of the sweetness that's there.
Yeah. And it's got long legs. It's good, man.
I mean, there's an oakiness to that. There's a brininess that's there all over it, but it's almost more subtle.
Yeah, it's a little subdued.
The citrus,
I'm okay with.
The citrus thing is really subdued on it. I think it's more the chocolate barbecue thing, in my opinion. The peat and the richness.
Dude, let's get this on the palate.
Let's do it. Yes.
That's everything you love about an Islay. Yeah, that smoke comes fucking singing in there.
Wow.
I get the wood.
The pepperiness is incredible.
Like black pepper.
I mean, that is straight.
I get like cinnamon.
That is straight like seasoning rub level spice and pepper.
Yeah, I get the grain still with it, but I get that cinnamon, that full body barbecue-y thing out of it.
Oh, this might be this. This could become a favorite Islay.
Chewy.
It is
viscous
chewy
or whatever.
Yeah, it's so good.
I love that color though. It's not.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a dark color. Looking at the bottle, the bottle's dark. It's not necessarily a dark color, but it has a very tarnished, murky kind of a color to it.
The murky is because I shook it up a little bit.
Well,
we got some of that sediment down there.
But they described it as the dark, murky color of the loch's water is reflected in the rich, coppery tones.
Okay.
It got a lot of the barrel, is what I feel like out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And no age statement, but
non-chill filtered, no color added.
They're not adding color. They're not. Yeah. No chill on the filtration. To get that kind of a rich color, no age statement. It spent some time in those barrels.
Well, I think that's why it's an annual release. They've got to let it sit And I've had the 2021, the 2022, and now this one. And they all seem so consistently amazing. And it's hot. Like, I still get the grain.
Yeah.
Like, I still get that malted barley grain.
And the finish is long and I don't, is it warm or we call that spicy?
I'm going to go with full-bodied.
Full-bodied?
Like, I think that it's like, I get a vanilla-y thing out of it. I get...
a little bit of a vanilla.
I get like a coffee almost.
Like a roasted coffee.
And it is not, it's a long finish.
That 92 proof is not high by any means. For a Scotch, I think that's a little on
higher.
the higher side. But that proof plays into this beautifully, and it helps bring everything with it.
I'd like Scotches to be higher proof. You know, just in general, just to see what it is that, because I mean, we do a lot of higher proof bourbons. And I just wonder, since most of what we've had as far as Scotch goes, they've always been in the, 80 to 90, 92, maybe 95, proof range. And I just wonder if we had 100 proof or 100 and, maybe 110 proof Scotch, what more would that bring to the table?
Well, I wonder if
would all of these flavors be here, just be like so strong and so center stage that like it would be a distraction?
I think you'd get that antiseptic-y thing because I think...
really? Okay.
I think with Scotch, the hotter it is, I think you get more of that Band-Aid-y kind of feel. Like, I just think that there's a reason that it's a little bit more mild is because the flavor focus on it is always kind of centered around those vanilla to maple things, and then also to the apricot to apple to like dark chocolatey kind of tastes. And I wonder if that burns out when you have too much of that higher proof. I don't know. That's not an educated thing at all. But
I mean they've been doing it for hundreds or thousands of years now. I think they know what they're doing. I think they know what they're bringing to the table.
This is easily one of my favorite.
Pardon my reach.
Nobody's scared. Oh no. Oh no.
Oops.
Oops, I poured again.
I'll take a touch more. Thank you. Oops, God. I poured it again.
So good.
Thank you, sir.
I like the topper on there.
Yeah, the cork.
It's a great natural cork. I love the wood with the. I mean, that's printed. Yeah, it's printed on there. I mean, everything about this is beautiful. The shape of the bottle is unique. The medallion right there on the front of it is great. I love their branding. Their logo with that H. Oh, I don't know enough about the Gaelic. This particular style H, I think means something and has meaning because this is the same H that Vikings honored, Highland.
Yes.
Highland has the exact same font.
Highland Park.
Highland Park uses the exact same typeface for their H.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is a very specific reason behind that. Homework, I guess, for me to dig into that. Because I was thinking about that this week. I was like, it reminded me of that. And when I then cross-referenced it, I'm like, it's the exact same Highland Park H.
Yeah, I wonder if it's traditional Gaelic.
Maybe. But I think that's cool. But the handwritten secondary label on the bottom of it is cool. I love this little footprint that it's got on the bottom of it. Is that a handbell style bottle?
Yeah, it definitely is. I don't know what that would be. I wonder what that is.
Oh yeah,
that's interesting.
What do you got?
See that? Like that print on there? I wonder what that is. Like, is that month, day, year that it was bottled, and then like when it was originally pulled?
Maybe.
That's interesting.
What is the date on that?
Like, there's 2421 on it. I'm wondering if that's like it's
LG 140324
so
and then
14th of March.
That'd be I bet that's when it was bottled.
Yeah.
I bet it's the bottle date.
And then it's like the batch is it's for 24, and like they pulled stuff from 24 and 21 on it.
Is it a blend? Do we know if it's a blend or not?
There's no year on it.
Yeah.
So
there's no age statement, especially in the whiskey industry. Words are very important.
They are.
Batch, blend, single barrel.
Oh, I'm just checking that out.
Typically, this is probably batched. It's batched versus blend. Blend, I think, implies that it's a combination of a lot of different things. Whereas batch is just you've dumped the barrels, you've proofed it to what you needed to.
You can lie to me. I don't give a shit. That's an amazing pour. Like
100%.
3-year-old. I don't give a shit. Like
no. Beautiful box that it came in. Heavy cardboard. The printing from a design standpoint.
Yeah,
it's well done, well thought out. There's nothing I don't like about it.
We've talked about other boxes or tubes or whatever that have art on the inside of it. This one doesn't. But that embossment,
but it's embossed.
On the outside,
the embossment is
carries through. You can see that on the inside.
You get the coastal line of where they're at on Islay, right there,
and the actual
where Islay is.
Yep.
The other thing that's really beautiful about it is that gold foiling on it. Uniquely Islay.
Incredible.
And it's you'll see.
Even look down the side. They've used the gold as kind of the highlight or the shadow within there.
The other boxes don't have this. So like when you get into the Port Sinag,
and that's one that commonly comes up. The post that you did, the Port Sinag is the one that a few people referenced.
Yeah, and that's a wine, I think, finished cask, and it's really good.
Probably the more common release.
You can get it anywhere. So like you'll see, and there's a video of us driving up to the distillery, kind of come up a hill, but it is a working farm.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this. You said it's a farm, so it's almost like grain to glass kind of thing. But they've also got a restaurant there, and please tell all.
You'll see a couple photos. Like there's a photo of me kind of checking out. There's this awesome slate rooftops on all the barns around it, and then there's a visitor center where you can go in there and get like a proper, breakfast there. It's big, high barn ceilings. Everything's real rustic. Super awesome. Like we went in there to wait till they opened for the tour. Had some food, had a proper British, got some coffee, and then went on the tour. And the tour was led by like an 18-year-old who works there in the thing, and it's a family thing. Like 3 of our other family members work there. They had just got done raking the first bit of barley, so they took us into the floor, the threshing floor, where the monkey shoulders actually rake the barley, and so the floor was still warm, and it had that oatmeal-y, super cinnamony smell. And the guy was like, "Put your hand down and feel it," and it was wild because they had just raked it up, and that went
heat.
And she's
coming
like,
off of it.
Yeah, she's like, if you're willing to wait, we'll go in there. And they showed us the vats where they do the fermentation, and they had just loaded them. Insane. And it's a very new facility. So all the stills are very new. Everything. It's not like Lagavulin that's been there for fucking ever. It's very
2 centuries.
New, very scientific, but like, it's amazing to me that there's an Islay that is a newer facility that's putting out Scotch that competes with the Ardbegs, that competes with the Bonahubins.
Oh, yeah.
MGP is right up the road from it.
No shit.
Yeah, it's a huge facility. And you think, wow, this family...
And not just in Indiana.
Yeah, yeah. And they're just right there, like, bottling and barreling stuff, It's wild.
Tasting notes that I pulled off of their site.
Let's see what you got versus what we got.
So, appearance, rich copper.
Yeah.
100%. Nose, waves of sweet barbecue smoke and cooked fruits with dark chocolate and dried figs.
Yeah.
I didn't pick. Nobody said figs. Nobody said figs.
I don't get the figs.
Palate, delicate peat smoke combined with honey, roasted nuts, cinnamon, and malted barley.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
We got barbecue smoke, black pepper, cinnamon, chewy.
And then finish, fresh notes, dark chocolate. Fresh notes of citrus and rich toffee.
Yeah. Okay. So I wrote down toffee. The dark chocolate to me carried through.
Yeah.
You brought up coffee.
Yeah.
And it's somebody said full-bodied and warm, and it's a long finish.
This is incredible.
It's not bitter.
It's not.
It's not hot.
Put an espresso roast coffee in there.
Yeah.
Because it is, I'm getting a very dark coffee.
Maybe like a midnight Manhattan with this, or some other kind of coffee martini or whatever.
Revolver with this.
God,
Revolver.
I find one person making a cocktail with this, I'll slap him fucking out of the universe. Doctor Strange their ass.
Doctor Strange their ass.
Dude, this is a standalone dark chocolate smoke pit that does not need to be watered down by anything else. That's just me. This is I'm done. Today is done. This
is done.
Yeah.
This is what you pour when all the recording is finished, and you're ready to send it off for mixing and mastering.
You're crying in the arms of your wife, saying, "Should I get another job? Should I have learned how to learn software?
Should I have learned how to learn by now?"
Yeah. This is an amazing pour of whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you for bringing this
Any
back.
fucking time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It's absolutely amazing. W2, let's get into the rating.
Let's do it.
What'd you give it on the nose?
475.
Girl, same.
my friend.
It's just had so much to offer.
Yeah.
It was just absolutely incredible. Palate?
I'm here for the party.
You
I gave it a 5.
5? Dude,
Baby.
so did I. And so did Josh. Josh,
Yeah.
what did you give it on the nose? Also
Yeah.
known as the palate. What was on the palate?
5, baby.
5. Yeah, he's locked in with both
Wins.
of us. Finish. Where you at on the finish?
I came down some. I'm at 4.5 still, though.
4.5. All right, I came down a little bit, and but mine was right back at 475.
And I got some scribbles here because I had 475, and then I settled myself to 4.5.
Okay, you calmed down a little bit.
I calmed it down.
Yeah. How about you, Mr. Josh?
5.
5?
That finish is long. It gives you a lot to work with.
It's still there.
It's like the industry standard of greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to take a sip and I want to sit there for a minute. I don't want to keep coming back to it. I want to live this glass out.
With that long finish, you can.
Yeah.
Like you can't always do that with some.
I'm a pescatarian, /vegetarian, but with this, I'm like, that's some smoked brisket and ribs and all the things.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's
it's
so
not
good.
curveball.
No.
It's not
stretch.
curved. It's no. Good God.
Thank you, Faith and Tim, but
Thank you.
Hey, everybody's got to start somewhere.
just don't start there. Bottle presentation. We talked quite a bit about it.
Dude, come on.
Talk about the box.
Just come on.
And the lettering and all the things. I like. It's like a natural wood, unfinished natural wood. It's still got the
foil top.
It came with a foil top that
insignia.
I tooled it, and then the insignia on the front like a Tanqueray bottle. Only it's a metal medallion.
That's a great touch. So yeah, you have the foil topper on there, and you peel that off, and your unfinished wood topper is still screened with that logo and that medallion on the top of it. That's a great extra little. It's above and beyond.
I've always liked
all those details.
These handbell shaped bottles, but this one here's got like a thick ass on it.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan.
Thick.
She's thick, and it's got like a nice if you're a welder, like you would
It's S pattern.
Yeah, you would appreciate this this pattern on the bottom, and the bottle itself is embossed. Islay Farm Distillery, which makes you think, well, what does that mean?
Well, they're proud of it.
Yeah, but then you look into it, or you talk to somebody that's been there,
Grain to glass.
and they tell you, it's grain to fucking glass, and how cool is that?
Grain to glass of Scotch.
We who was it? Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill has a grain to glass series, and it's uber fantastic. We have yet to get into the weeded, but stay tuned for that. That's going to be amazeballs, I'm sure. But
Back to this
bottle presentation for me.
5 all day long.
5. Yep, 5.
Across the board,
So
yeah.
triple 5. You're ringing 5s all day. Kilchoman. You guys are really taking names and kicking names and taking ass. Little bass backwards for you. Final scores.
Yes.
We're down 2 now, but before we get to that real quick, we totally skipped. How the hell did we rate these things?
Please tell us.
0 to 5 in 4 categories. You got nose, palate, finish, bottle presentation. 0 to 5,
So good.
right? Add them up. Divide that by 2, and that's how we get our 0 to 10 rating. Usually 1 to 10 is what we say, but whatever. Who's counting, right? Is it you, Dave Williams? I'm counting. 1, I like whiskey. 2, I like
still like
scotches.
whiskey.
3. I think
still
Josh
like
likes whiskey. 4.
Can't
Do you
drive
like
home.
whiskey? I can't drive home.
Call the Uber.
Call Uber. Drink responsibly too. I'm drinking responsibly. 3. I'm drinking responsibly.
My
Final
Uber
score.
was $80.
Oh shit. Final score for me was 9 3/4.
Nice.
Yep. How about you, Mr. W2?
Mine came out to 9.625.
625. What is that? 5/8?
5/8.
And I got 9.875.
9.878. So yeah, he's screaming top of the list.
Big score on Brad.
That
They
shit.
almost made me pay for a carnet to bring this back, so that's why I'm happy about it.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought back 6 liters. You're only supposed to bring back 5.
Oh.
Whoops.
Fuck
Is it
you.
compared? Is it
And for the podcast.
Yeah.
the podcast?
Come
what
after me.
podcast? Well, let me tell you a little bit about Savor the Burn. Yes, sir. So I said we were told to expect liquid barbecue, and that's what we got. But it was so much more. We got dark chocolate, honey, brine, and a myriad of other flavors that really came together. It made this Scotch whiskey a truly unique pour. And I am just absolutely stoked that this one here landed across our barrels. Just thank you so much.
Of course, any
for bringing
fucking
that,
time.
man.
Look at this guy. Look. Oh, you ain't getting this in the U.S. Bitch.
Right.
UK.
Right. See that? See that?
Not for you.
You don't get that
You ain't getting
stateside.
that in Gomer's.
No. We love you, Gomers. We love you. But
Yes, but you ain't getting it.
can't do what you can do.
Your allocation for 99 bananas ain't going to cover that.
Oh, wow. Wow. Mr. W2, do you have any final words to say about this here bottle of Kilchoman?
There's so many words to say about this bottle. This was incredible. This I'm going to be curious to go back out and look at what we've rated other scotches. Just off of this experience alone, this is my new favorite. This
That's a bold statement.
This and Lagavulin 16 are fist fighting.
All right.
Well, you're like half a point away from a 10.
Yeah,
You are, yeah.
You're above
You're
that.
less.
yeah,
Right? Yeah, you're less.
Yeah.
3/8.
I mean, and the only thing that I think would change it is like opinion.
Yeah.
Just the moment.
And that's all these are. It's just opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who the fuck are we when it boils down to it?
And after this has a chance to breathe a little bit, my next pour
Yeah.
probably is going to be even better.
These were all neck pours.
When you're by yourself and you have that shitty day and you pour that, that's a fucking 11. You know, that's a great bottle of whiskey that is hard to get a hold of, that hits all the notes you're looking for in a scotch.
Yep.
And there are scotches in the $1,500 to $2,000 range that I've had that pale in comparison to that.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I mean, we've talked about that before on some of the previous ones, but yeah, price point does not equate all the time to
really
quality
does not.
or what you're getting in the pour. And especially because personal preference and palate varies so differently.
Yeah.
You can't go, give me your most expensive bottle on the shelf.
Right.
Because it's not going to be
No.
what you're looking for.
Unless it's Michter's Celebration, that one with like the $700 manufacturing cost box and
Girl, let me tell you.
like solid gold topper.
Yeah.
This isn't about Michter's. No. Maybe we'll come back to that later.
Here's the thing: is like a Macallan M. It's a Highland Scotch.
Yeah.
It's a great Scotch. You go to any steakhouse, they're going to carry it. It's $150 a pour. I'll tell you right now, this smokes it. But if you hate peat and you hate smoke, this isn't the Scotch for you.
You're going to hate it.
that.
You're going to hate it. It's not the thing for you. You may need to look
Get
into
your
something
Glenlevin
else.
12.
Exactly. Or Glenallachie or anything else.
Or find yourself pay attention to the regions where these scotches were made. I mean, you've got Speyside, Highland, Lowland, Islay, and
Campbellton.
Campbellton.
Yes.
So each one of those areas is going to have a little bit different of a flavor profile, except for Islay. Islas are known for that extra smoky flavor and texture
brine.
to them. And brine, yeah. Like some of them
Right
you can
there
kinda
by
taste
the sea.
Band-Aidy, So really pay attention to that. But yeah, I'd say a good starter Scotch would be like a Speyside. It's lower.
I think
it's
a
lower
Highland,
on the smoke.
I think a Highland, like a Dalmore 18,
Highland
is a
Park.
really good.
The Highland Park, that Vikings Honor that we did, what was that? Was that a 14, a 16? What was it? 12. 12. Highland Park.
It was a 12.
Highland Park 12 is a great
Or
entry.
the Glen Grant 12 is.
Glen Grant 12. Yeah, we did that by the fire pit, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was.
The thing is
really good.
with
Really
Scotch,
good.
you have multiple levels of entry into it.
Yeah. Yep.
Whereas with bourbon, I
Yeah.
feel like it's easier to get into because of how exacting the science is behind it. With Scotch, if you've ever had a Cutty Sark and been like, this isn't for me, I agree with you.
Right.
But if you came to this, you'd be like,
Or a
whoa.
Dewar's.
Yeah.
Like that base, I haven't had anything above their base
$18
level.
bottle.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing with Cutty Sark. I haven't had anything above their base level.
A 32-year Dewar's and a 750 milliliter in the small guy.
It's going to hit different.
Amazing. You have to kind of find your thing, but I think Isla's not the place to start if you want to get into Scotch. I think Highland is and Lowland is, especially if you're looking for the grain value of it. But then if you want to advance your tasting, you go to an Isla. You go to, I'm not a Campbellton fan. Like, I'm just not into it. But Islay and Highland are the top tier of Scotches for me. But I like smoke.
I'm struggling to think of Campbellton brands, distilleries. Like I can't think of them.
I can't tell you.
If you're watching on YouTube and you know these off the top of your head, please leave
Love
them.
to try them.
Leave them in the comments, or send us an email, info W2 or Jonathan at savortheburn.com.
Sway me, baby.
Actually, we should try to make it a point to hit something from all the 5 regions.
Yeah, just kind of tour the island per region.
I'm going back to Scotland in a little bit. So
All right, cool. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, I got a passport.
That's cool.
for right now,
I've got a gold star on my driver's license. Can I tag along?
we'll see you later. Anyways, we should do one from Scotland.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
that'd be rad ass.
I got that all day long.
How soon are you leaving?
Whenever you want.
All right, cool. Because I got to get my passport. I
Fuck
don't
this
have a passport.
fucking country. I'm ready to go.
Wow. I had a nickel for every time I've heard that in the last 6 years. Like, fuck this country.
Yeah.
6 years. I'm thinking just the last. How many days? has it been?
1 week.
If you have any thoughts on what Kilchoman has to offer, please let us know. Like I said earlier, send us an email, info, Jonathan, or W2 at savortheburn.com. If you're a Scotch enthusiast.
I'm going to pause you right there.
All right.
Empty glass.
Yeah.
Cigar smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there on the empty glass.
It's still sweet. It still
sweet.
has that like
There's a
chocolate
sweetness to it. Yep.
They're like the sweet.
Yeah, chocolate
will not
and vanilla.
stop.
Yeah, vanilla for sure.
But there's a cigar smoke quality to that empty glass now.
So good.
And you know what? Actually, before we go into the wrap session here, you brought up that Scotches and barley. When it comes to Scotch, like they only use the one grain. It's just malted barley. That's it.
99% of the time,
Yeah.
it's barley because it's cheap and everyone's got barley.
Yeah, everybody's got it. That's what they have. That's what they've used traditionally for decade upon decade, hundreds of years.
Corn plays in once in a while. Wheat rarely ever plays in.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
think
imagine
wheat
they'd be able
has
to
ever.
grow wheat with the amount of moisture that they get.
I believe
Yeah,
wheat in Scotland is an import.
Oh,
Probably
wow.
is.
Okay.
I think a lot of your flavor profile with Scotches primarily comes down to water, region, and duration.
Definitely water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially on Isla, like you're
Yeah,
And
all three of those.
it's the quality
barrel.
of your barrel.
Yeah. Duration in the barrel.
And honestly, a lot of Jack Daniel barrels are getting out there.
Yes, they are. Yep.
They are. Damn it.
JD baby,
Whatever.
it's on my rider.
What's his name? Bruzel absolutely loves Jack Daniels, like the regular plain Jane, entry level thing. He said it's a great whiskey.
I really want to get
mixer.
one of those 10, 12, or 14 year bottles.
Yeah, but we're fucking elitist snobs. Think about the guy who's only fucking had like a cocktail.
Old number 7.
Yeah,
Old
right.
number 7. Yeah,
Dude, Jack Daniels is the top tier
Got any
whiskey
Coke?
for getting into whiskey.
yeah. You know what? If it was good enough for Lemmy, it's good enough for me.
A fucking man.
So Fucking cheers. Well, it's empty, but cheers
But
to
still,
Lemmy.
cheers to
to
that.
Lemmy.
Ace of spades, motherfucker.
Yeah. So if you're a fellow Scotch enthusiast, Scotch whiskey enthusiast, please be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you're on the YouTubes. If you're listening audio only and that's all you saw, you didn't see our beautiful faces, consider checking us out on YouTube for an episode or two, especially with Mr. Josh Barber.
Fucking hot as shit.
When he joins the podcast, female viewership goes up like 3 or 4-fold, according to the analytics on.
I thought I was going to say 3 or 4%.
That probably makes more sense.
Well, I'm trying to church it up a little bit, y'all.
Make me feel good.
Damn, what are you doing? You're fucking ruining my joke. Anyway, so thank you guys for checking us out. This episode of Savor the Burn. One more again. My name is Jonathan. This is W2. Mr. Josh Barber can be found on
at The American Josh on Instagram and also at Idle Airs with my band.
100% check out Idle Airs if you're into metal, or if you have a soul that you think you might have a soul. Check out Idle Airs. It's definitely a good time. Anywhere, any streaming, anywhere and everywhere you listen to your music, and YouTube if you want to check out their music videos. They've got 3 at the time of recording, but more are in the works. Absolutely. So no matter who you are, where you are, what you're listening to, what you're drinking, and who you're drinking with, never forget, keep on burning.